Good morning, everyone. I'm Jiwon Kim, and I'm a master's student at 성균관 University. Today, I'm delighted to present to you our AI-based explainable system, AlphaDAPR, which aims to support art therapy experts. I collaborated with Dr. Jiwon Kang, Professor Taeun Kim, Ha-yeon Song, and Jin Young Han. A sketch plays an important role in understanding an individual's psychological and cognitive states. For example, a person's mental state, such as stress and depression, can be identified by analyzing their sketch. Therefore, many cognitive assessments using drawing have been performed, and art therapy is often performed in large organizations such as schools and companies. Among these assessments, the draw a person in the lane is a representative one that identifies the degree of coping with stress by measuring individual stress and resource status. In the traditional way, these assessments begin by asking the client to draw a sketch according to specific instructions. Then, the art therapist scores the drawing based on a predefined quantitative scoring system and evaluates the quality of the drawing, such as the quality of the lines and emotions of the character in the drawing. However, the art therapist is responsible for both these quantitative and qualitative assessments, which cause an enormous workload, especially in mass assessment situations. To address this problem, we propose a new system called AlphaDAPR, which is based on AI and is designed to reduce the workload of experts by giving them practical help in decision-making process. The overall process is that AI covers the quantitative part, leaving the qualitative part and final decision to human experts. Now, let me introduce our system in more detail. Our final goal is to propose an expert support system that can make quantitative assessments based on the AI. The overall framework consists of three parts: sketch object detection, scoring, and the explainable dashboard. When a sketch is entered, the necessary information is extracted through AI, and the therapist confirms these contents in the explainable dashboard. The object detection part is the first priority for the AI model to figure out which objects are where, how big, and in what state they are in the drawing. We use the YOLO-based model, which is accurate and fast, so it can be used with minimal delay in real-time systems. So when compared to other object detection models, our model had a highest mean average precision score. The sketch scoring was conducted based on the assessment items and the YOLO output from the previous stage. Assessment items can be simplified into three major categories: frequency, distance, and area-based. For example, the lane present item means whether the lane is absent or present. That is, it can be calculated based on the frequency of lane. Also, a computer can be easily and quickly calculate these things. Score can be done quickly. We designed a web-based interface considering the explainability. We provide a demo page so you can access through this QR, but please note that it is optimized for the web environment. The provided features can be divided into two main parts. The first is the APR score-related information. This part explains how AI scored the drawing. For example, experts can check how AI scored its stress and resource-related scales. Also, it explains what attributes were extracted by AI based on actual assessment items. Second, it provides supplementary information. This information is about the participants that therapists use in a typical process. For example, it includes the sketch replay to reproduce the order the client drew, just like observing an actual art therapy session. We conducted an experiment on the system with 64 art therapists with an art therapy bachelor's degree or higher. The survey items evaluated the explainability to intention to use. We used a 5-point Likert scale, and the results for its measure are as follows. Overall, the score of the AlphaDAPR is high, especially as our system is easy to use, understandable, and explainable. However, trust was relatively low. We performed SEM to understand the relationship between the elements of the system. Both trust and satisfaction, which are user experience, influenced the intention to use, but satisfaction had a more significant impact than trust. Also, the explainability we considered while designing the system affected understandability and usefulness. We also conducted a qualitative study of useful system elements. Overall, experts evaluated the system elements to be useful. Additional interviews also revealed that the system was useful. In particular, experts mentioned the possibility of using our system as a reference. However, there have also been opinions that they only use this system if it is trusted. Our study has some limitations. First, there can be bias in the group because participants were recruited from a specific art therapist through snowball sampling. In addition, the number of participants is 64, which is a relatively small number. Therefore, future studies should consider this point and recruit more diverse and large experimental groups. Also, instead of collecting sketches using the traditional paper and pen method, digital drawings were collected using a tablet. Therefore, important features that reflected in analog sketches, such as pen pressure, could be ignored. So these features should be considered and collected in our next study. To sum up, our main finding is that AlphaDAPR, considering explainability, was useful to experts and showed high intention to use. Also, we found that clearly distinguishing the roles of AI and humans in the system design process has a significant influence on the intention to use the system. We set the role of this system to support experts, but the interview study revealed that some experts misunderstood the role of AI. Some experts noted the inability of AI to provide qualitative information and expressed concern about overtrust in the system, and even that it could replace the role of art therapists. This explains why experts evaluated the system useful, but their trust was not as high. It demonstrates the importance of clear communication with experts in identifying the role of human and AI. The AlphaDAPR can serve as an initial screening tool to analyze many sketches. Therefore, the expert can focus on more qualitative and in-depth analysis to complete the evaluation process. Also, AlphaDAPR serves as an assistance that reduces the heavy workload of art therapists, especially in large groups such as schools or companies. Thank you for your attention.